Hey guys, this is Al. Okay, so I haven't updated this video in a while. The main reason behind that is that we ran into a problem. So as we were working through replacing these manifold studs, we ended up breaking a couple. You can see where we marked them in yellow. Those are the ones, can you see that? Those ones over here. What ended up basically happening is that those studs broke. We tried to get them out with, by welding nuts onto them, but it just kept on breaking. So eventually we had to drill these studs out and then, heli-coil and put everything back. That was kind of a challenge. It was a little bit nerve-wracking. We had 4 of them go on this side, and another 2 go on this side as well. So, we ended up spending a good couple of days working on that, trying to get it done. The engine right now is suspended, as you can see. We just loaded it up into the truck so that we can take it outside and pressure wash it. We pressure washed the engine. It was really filthy. I'm sure you'll see pictures of that. It's hard to believe, that it's come out this clean, but it looks pretty good. We also pressure wash the subframe as well, so that when it goes all back together again, it goes back together fairly clean. And we did some work on the actual engine bay to make sure that we cleaned up the the inside of the engine bay as well. Let's see if I can zoom into it. You can see that it's pretty clean. So all the wires had to be taken out of the way, and then we just painted the area that was scuffed and scratched and just looked nasty, and had some surface rust on it. So we stripped the surface rust and put everything, cleaned everything up and painted where we could paint. We didn't paint all of it, but we tried to get as much as we could done. This is the subframe. So it cleaned up pretty nicely as well. Tried to make sure that everything, was covered up. No water got into the air valves or into the air lines, but they came out looking pretty good. So I guess the next step now is to replace these air lines that we had to cut to get them out, because we couldn't undo them for some reason. It was just impossible to undo them. Sorry about that. So we ended up having to cut them. So I'm not sure where to get those from. It may be easy for me if I can get them removed to have them remade at a hydraulic shop. So sometimes it's always a challenge trying to get parts for this car, because while the dealer has it, they may not be available inside inside the US, and then it's a 2-week wait to get anything from Germany. So if I can avoid it, I'll try to avoid it and just get it made. But all in all, everything is back on track now. The engine's pretty much ready to be put back together. We're going to go with the sanding conversion. So I had this sanding bracket and compressor. So that should improve things somewhat over the York. So we'll go back in. We'll replace this the York compressor with this one. We'll have the hoses remade so that they fit that fitting, and then start putting everything back together again. So I'm hoping that we can start bolting up the subframe by tomorrow evening, if we're in a position where we can get the subframe under the car and started. I think I'd be very happy. If anything, I'd like to get the car off the lift so I can do some other stuff on the lift, some general maintenance stuff. I also have a 4-post lift behind it, but you can't get to the 4-post lift unless the 2-post lift is clear, so it's kind of a challenge. Unfortunately, we have low ceilings in this building, so I put the lifts in the highest part of part of the building, which is the centre, and they had to, they had to go one behind the other. So, but that's where we are. So I'll give you an update a little bit later on. It's what time is it right now? So it's 9 o'clock right now. I'm pretty tired, but we'll give you an update as soon as we get everything bolted back up. Thank you.